Hello, you've reached Abhay's personal assistant. I'm here to help coordinate any appointments or meetings with him. Would you like to book a new appointment?
Yes,
Great. To book an appointment, I'll need a few details. Could you please provide your name?
test.
Thank you, Best. And what is your email address?
It is test@test.com.
Thank you. Now, what date and time are you thinking of for the appointment? Please keep in mind that Abhay is available Monday to Friday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
I want to book the appointment for 1st of July, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
I am checking availability. That slot is currently unavailable. Are there any alternative dates or times that might work for you?
So today, can we book appointment for 29th of June?
Unfortunately, June 29th is a Sunday, and Abhay is only available Monday through Friday. Would you like to check availability for another day?
Okay, so let's book the call for July 2nd, and the timing should be around 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
I am checking availability. That time slot is available. Finally, could you please provide a brief description of the purpose of the appointment?
I want to discuss with Abhay regarding AI and automations.
Okay, just to confirm, you'd like to book an appointment for Best email address test at n8n.com on July 2nd from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time to discuss artificial intelligence and automations with Abhay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Excellent. The appointment has been booked. You should receive a confirmation email shortly. The meeting is scheduled for July 2nd from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Can you reschedule this appointment for 1st of July, 2 p.m. through 3 p.m.?
I am checking availability. That time slot is available. Just to confirm, you would like to reschedule the appointment to July 1st from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Yes.
The appointment has been successfully rescheduled to July 1st from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Just one request. Can you please cancel this appointment?
The appointment has been canceled. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Nothing. Thank you very much.
Happy I could help with your appointment management. Have a wonderful day.
What you just saw is an voice AI agent talking with me directly. However, to configure this AI agent, I have not used any complex AI agents in n8n, not used any external AI other than ElevenLabs, and used just simple MCP server. And in this video, I'll guide you through what is MCP, why we have used MCP here, and using MCP in n8n and ElevenLabs, how you can build AI agents like this. So let's start with this. First, to understand regarding the MCP, let me explain quickly what MCP is. MCP is Model Context Protocol, and it is an open standard developed by Anthropic, that is the makers of Claude. And the reason behind building MCP is simple. That is to give AI agents a power or a way that they can consistently connect with your tools using APIs. So if you have to use APIs directly with large language models like ChatGPT, OpenAI, Anthropic, Claude, there might be various restrictions because every API has a unique endpoint, has unique body structure, has unique authentication structure, and it depends on API to API. So the Model Context Protocol is interface in between APIs and your large language models or any AI models. Now let's understand how does MCP work. Now you can see that at the top, there is a host with MCP client. This is your AI assistant like Claude or any IDE or any other AI tool for the context. Just like we have used ElevenLabs in this case. Then there is an MCP protocol, which is connected to an MCP server. So the MCP server here in this case contains multiple data. So here in the illustrative example, there are two MCP servers. First is connected to a local data source of a local computer, and second is connected to an internet, or it is connected to a HubSpot API as shown in this diagram. And that's how MCP is. You can connect any tools to MCP, either maybe custom APIs or either any integrated solutions with any AI automation platform, and then use that built MCP server to connect with the AI interface or AI host. That may be OpenAI, ChatGPT or Claude or any other AI interface. And that's how simple MCP is. Here is a diagram, which can be a little bit complex to understand, but it's the similar diagram that I have explained at the top. You can visit modelcontextprotocol.io and understand this diagram, or you can find the relevant links in the description of this video. Now here is a simplified version of what MCP is. You can see that there is an MCP server. Then there are API 1, API 2, API 3, API 4. These are not just APIs, but it can be any integrated applications with n8n, Zapier, Make, or any other automation tool you use. And then the MCP server is connected to AI models. So AI models directly contact with MCP server, and MCP server sends the data of each API or each app it is connected with. So it is easier for AI models to understand each of the tool that is connected to the MCP server. Now let's come to our example. So whatever you saw in first demo, that has been connected with this MCP server trigger. And this has been connected inside n8n. Do not worry, I'll show you step by step in this video how to make your custom MCP server and then connect it with ElevenLabs. So this is the MCP server trigger, and here I have connected 5 to 6 tools, and that's how simple it is. With one MCP server trigger, I have connected multiple tools to it, and I have connected it to ElevenLabs and given a simple prompt within ElevenLabs, and the whole system is working within just few minutes. Now let's understand if MCP is not existent. In the last video, I made a appointment scheduler agent similar to this, but with an chat interface of type bot. And there inside that AI agent, I have used a chat model of OpenAI, a simple memory, then other tools, then a structured output parser and whatnot. So these things for configurations takes time, and it requires an extra AI assistant. So here in case we have used OpenAI Assistant, and also it requires the memory too. But once you have MCP with you, you can connect multiple tools to the MCP, and using that single MCP URL, you can interface with any AI software. Now let's see how it is configured with ElevenLabs. So here inside ElevenLabs, this is my AI agent, particularly voice AI agent. Here I have given a first message that what the AI agent should respond at the first call. So this is a hello, you have reached to Abhay's personal assistant, and here are the details like that. And then I have written a system prompt. Inside system prompt, there have been multiple points like personality, environment, tone, and what should be the appointment management processes. So that is, I have informing the system that what should be done at what a single point of time. And then you can see that custom MCP servers. I have connected a Google Calendar MCP server here. And here you can see that inside that particular MCP server, there are tools, that is current date and time, get event, delete event, update event, etc., etc. And using these tools, my AI agent is communicating with my Google Calendar, scheduling appointments, rescheduling it, deleting it, updating it, and whatnot. This is the MCP server I have built. Now in the live, I'll create a duplicate MCP server like this in a separate n8n workflow and explain you step by step. To create that workflow, you can create a new workflow inside n8n, and then you will be landed in this workflow builder. If you want to self-host n8n on a free lifetime free server, you can check the video links in the description. I have explained step by step in multiple ways how you can install n8n for lifetime free on a lifetime free server with no additional extra cost. Let's click on this plus button and type MCP here. So you can see that once you type MCP, there is an MCP server trigger here. And you can see that there are multiple configurations in this MCP server trigger. Here, there is a test URL and production URL, just like webhooks. Then there is an authentication. How would you like to authenticate with this MCP server? You can set it to header auth, bearer auth, and set up your connections. But for the simplicity for this video, I'll select none here. And then there is a path. So path is this URL. So that's it. We have configured the server trigger option. Let's connect our calendar tools here. Okay, I have typed Google Calendar here. Let's go step by step. Here you'll have to connect your Google Calendar account. If you have an existing connection, you can select that existing connection. But if you want to create a new connection, you can come here and select the new connection. If you want to configure Google Apps with n8n, you can watch my existing video I've already made. A simple video within 8 minutes I've explained how you can set up Google Apps with n8n, either it's self-hosted or hosted on n8n cloud. So you can view that video. Once you have the connection with Google Calendar, let's select the tool description. You can select it as set automatically. Then select resource as event, calendar, or custom API call. Here first we'll select the resource as calendar. Once calendar is selected, you have to select the operation as availability. And once this is selected, you have to select the calendar in which you have to perform the actions. So here is my calendar, that is my calendar. In your case, it might be different name or it might be your Gmail address. And then here are two fields, start time and end time. So the most important step here is to click on these stars. Once you click the stars, you can see that it is defined automatically by the model. Once your AI is communicating with your MCP server, then your MCP server sends the response to AI that I need start time, I need end time, and in this particular format. So AI will automatically decide how it can generate the start time and end time based on the user inputs and then send the data here. Similarly, you have to click here on the star icons, and that's it. You have configured the first tool inside MCP like this. One more point I missed in the initial explanation, that is the nodes connector under MCP trigger are called as tools. So each individual action you connect, that is called as a MCP tool. So once that's done, you can create on plus, search again for Google Calendar. And now it's time to select the event as resource. Here, there are few options. Let's select one by one. First is creating an event. Here again, select your calendar. Then the start time click as stars. Then the end time click as stars. And then let's click on add properties. And here we'll have to add some data. So let's select attendees first. What this means is the email address of attendees to be added in Google Calendar. Again, I have selected the stars because I want the AI model to automatically pick from the user system and put the email address here. Now let's click on add field again. Here I can set as summary. So summary is the meeting title. Whatever you see in Google Calendar as a title is called as summary here. Again, I'll click on the stars so the AI model can automatically get it from the user input and map it here. I'll click on add field again. And here in this case, let's select the description. So description is the description of this event, what this event is about. Again, I'll click on stars so the AI model can generate the data and put it here. And that's it about connecting our second tool with MCP server. Now we have connected the second tool, that is create event. Similarly, let's create another tool, that is update event and delete events. I've selected as event and update here. And now I have selected the calendar. Here comes the event ID. Then you have to click on the stars so the AI model can automatically generate this and put it from the user input. Let's go to the fields because while creating the event, we have selected few fields like attendees, descriptions and summary. Let's click here, click as summary, again set to stars, again click here, go to description, add stars, and let's select the start, click on start, select end, and click on start. What this essentially does, if you want to reschedule the appointment with your voice AI agent, then while rescheduling, it will have an option to change the date and time because those are the variables for which we reschedule the appointments. So I have selected the start and end time here. Again, description and summary can be updated. It's an optional field, so don't worry about that. That is selected. The next part is deleting an event or getting an particular event details. So I've come to my pre-built MCP server workflow. It's again similar part. So let's open this. You can see that I have set the description of deleting an event in Google Calendar. You can set it to automatically too. I have set it manually. It doesn't matter actually here. And here resources event, operation is delete. Here the calendar I have selected and event ID is automatically defined by the model. The next tool that we have connected, that is getting an event. Suppose if a user connected to your AI agent books an appointment, but if it's want to reschedule an appointment. So for rescheduling it, you can get the events detail from here using this MCP tool. And configure it similarly that I have mentioned earlier. So you have to click on the star buttons here and it will be automatically mapped by your AI model. Then at last I have connected the current date and time. And find this current date and time node inside the date and time tool, manipulation tool. And then you have to select the include current time. And here you have to select the time zone as Asia and Kolkata because that's what my primary time zone where the appointments are getting booked. In this particular date and time tool, we'll have an idea for your AI agent. What's the current date and time that is running on? Because at some time AI might select some random year for booking your appointments. So I want to avoid that. And because of which I have selected the current date and time. That's it within n8n for configuring your MCP server. Now let's go to ElevenLabs. Before going to ElevenLabs, let me explain quickly what ElevenLabs is. So ElevenLabs is a voice AI agent platform which offers services like text to speech, speech to text, and conversational AI, etc. ElevenLabs has a free tier, 10k credits per month. If you want to test and try out this AI agent, these 10k credits are enough. Roughly with 10k credits, you get 10 minutes of time talking with your AI for debugging and testing the AI agent. However, once you start, you have to upgrade for getting your AI agent to the production or if you want to use it to a real-time use case. And here you can see that at the first month, you get the $5 plan at $1. You get 80% off. And if you exhaust your credits, $1 is a very little figure. You can quickly top up your account and get started with ElevenLabs. Once you create and sign up for your account with ElevenLabs, you will be logged into this dashboard. You have to click on conversational AI and then click on agents. You can see that agent that I have already built. Let's click on create a new agent here. You'll have to select a blank agent or you will be prompted with some of the templates from which you can build the agent, but click on blank agent here. Select it. It's time to give AI agent a name. I'll give a name as test. That's it. The AI agent has been created here. You have to modify 3 to 4 steps. The first thing is first message. The point here to configure is first message. So what first message is what agent talks first when the call is connected. If you put it empty, it will wait for the user to input the information. It is hello, how can I help you today? You can customize it too. There is a most important part, that is a system prompt. The system prompt that I have created multiple iterations are testing with this particular voice AI agent. Here I have written as personality, environment, tone, goal, and how the appointment management process should be. If you want this prompt, you can click on the link in the description and you will get it for free. The next part is selecting an LLM. By default, it is selected Gemini 2.0 Flash. You can keep it as it is. Let's keep the temperature limit token usage, etc., etc. that is not needed at this given point of time. In the tools, you can select the end call tool as enabled, but again, it is not very important. You can keep it disabled too. Here comes the main important part, that is elephant in the room. Is connecting your custom MCP servers that we have just created with n8n. You'll have to click on add server, click on new custom MCP server. You'll have to name it as whatever you want. In my case, I have named it previously as Google Calendar. I'll name it as test here. Then you have to paste the URL here. Let me show you from where you can grab this URL. Your n8n workflow, click on the MCP server trigger, and here you have to click on production URL and then copy this URL from here. The URL is copied to ElevenLabs again and paste that URL here. So the URL is pasted here. It says that this URL may contain a secret token, but you can safely ignore that. You configured the authentication with your MCP server. In this case, initially I have not configured the authentication, but in between I have created a header auth and I have created some credentials for that. Created that authentication, then make sure you configure it with ElevenLabs too. Here they have option to add HTTP headers. Here in this HTTP headers option, you can add the values if you have created the authentication in n8n. In my case, I have created the header authentication, so I have added the fields here. To start with, you can simply select as none and come to ElevenLabs and just delete this option and don't add this option. Here in the tool approval mode, you have to select as no approval, and then you have to click on I trust this MCP server and click on add server button. I already added this MCP server, so I am not adding it again, but you have to follow this process. When the process is completed, you can click on add server and add this Google Calendar here. If you want to check the tools that you created inside n8n MCP server trigger, you can find these tools here too. I opened here and I clicked on tools, and you can see that the all tools have connected inside MCP server trigger inside n8n are available here. Then you have to select your last option, that is come to security. Inside security, you can click on enable authentication. Require users to authenticate before connecting to the agent. Make sure this is turned on. Once you turn on that, it's time to save your AI agent. There will be a small button to save the changes here. I've already saved the changes here. Then at last, it's time to test your AI agent. You can click on test AI agent, and you can see that in development, calls are 50% off. For example, in 1 minute, 1000 credits were exhausted. In development, only 500 will be exhausted. You can call the agent, talk with your AI agent. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding this video, if you need help, ask me in the comment section. I try my best for helping you out if you have any queries or questions regarding this video. If you have any particular topic in mind you want me to cover, then please let me know in the comments. If you have any feedback, please do not forget to share it with me. Subscribe to the channel for these kinds of amazing videos. Have a great day. Bye.